Hi, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Trading Room recap for Thursday, March the 19th. My name is Barry Anderson. I am the moderator of the room. This is the address to get in, and you can log in with your Facebook or your Twitter account. To keep an eye on this one, I'm still in ADT. This was one that has sort of given us fits and starts, but I'm in at 39.23. I'll go over the trade a little bit more in detail later on, but I just have to keep an eye on it, make sure that it doesn't go by. I will definitely get rid of it if it hits my buy at 39.23. But let's take a look at two more trades that I talked about in the room today. I did take some other trades, but they were let's see, JBL made a little bit there, GES. I think I lost a little bit there, and there was one other one. So inconsequential, but these were the good ones to talk about because they were definitely fun trades. Kite Pharma. Now, obviously, if you've been in the room, you know that everybody is trying to find the next ESPR. And take a look at the daily on this. If you haven't been following this, this is 3 trading days. So 3 trading days ago, it was $77, and it hit a high of almost 119 in 3 trading days. So of course everybody is wanting to find the next one, like which one could possibly do that. And generally speaking, it's going to be a biotech. So Kite, let's just take a look at Kite. Now Kite was a high flyer a while ago. It actually got up to $90. And you can see it kind of popped around here, and then it has found a base around $60. 59.33 are these lows. Just kind of jogged around this area, doing not too much. But all of a sudden today it caught on fire. And now I missed most of the initial gain in it. These can be very, very difficult to trade because it always looks like you're chasing something like this, and so you have to kind of wait for a bit of a set. At least I do. I mean, sure, you could just kind of um, get into it, guess, and think, okay, it's going to keep going up. And with these bios right now, I mean, sure, a lot of them have got the great momentum, and maybe you'll get lucky. I'm just a little more conservative, and I try to wait for a setup. So even though this was already up about $6 or $7 at this point, I decided that let me just back this up just a little bit. Here's what I was looking at. A little bit trading just under $70 when it broke through 70 a couple of times before I actually decided to dip my toe in it. The spread on this one was horrendous. I mean, at times it was 40, 50 cents. But actually, at this point, it was only 10 cents. So the bid, I think, was 76.90 and the ask was 77. And so I decided to take the trade. I actually bought it right at 77, took the trade right here, popped up to 70. Actually, this is 70.31, got out at 70.31, and I exited the other bid just a little bit over 70. It just didn't seem to be ready yet. But I kept watching. I know it's hard to see on here. Maybe if I expand this a little bit, maybe a little bit easier to see. So, here's where I got in, here's where I exited, and here's where I exited again. But I kept watching it. And notice how these candles started narrowing just a little bit. So I thought, this just probably had some more legs in it if it could get through 70. And this time I took the trade again when it popped through 70. I was able to get some at $70.10. And this time it finally did what I was hoping it would do the first time. And I exited some just in case at 70.68, and then some right here at 71.40. So, well over a dollar. I think it's $1.30 a share on this portion. When it fell back down through 71, I exited everything at 70.94. I got faked out a little bit because, it really just kind of held this level, and then it proceeded to just, explode up again. Probably could have maybe entered here, but, I was just a little bit gun shy of doing it. But anyway, happy enough to take some pretty good profit in a short period of time on this one. Has to be watched. I mean, as I showed you on the daily, it has come down from $90. So, I definitely have to watch this one going forward to see what will happen in the next few days because, again, everybody wants to get another ESPR, and we'll have to see if this one can at least get back up to the $90 level. Now, the other one I traded that worked out quite well was CRL, Charles River Labs. Now, this came from the lifetime high right here. A lot of lifetime highs. I mean, so many to pick from. Pick from. Not that they all work. And when I say work, I mean obviously when I get alerted to a lifetime high, I start watching it to see what will happen with it. Is it going to continue? Is it going to hold just a little bit above the whole number? Will it give me an opportunity to get in the trade? And when I saw this one, CRL at $84. Hopefully you can see what I was looking at. Sure, we get the pop, but it came from consolidation, and it popped over the whole number, and it kind of held. And so actually, I took the trade right here, and so when it was holding just over the whole number, I decided to take the trade. 83.15 got me in, and I had to struggle a little bit. It went down to 83.05. Was wondering if it was going to get down back through the whole number, but again, the whole number held, and it took a while, but finally, the trade worked. It didn't work as well as I was hoping it would. I took some out at 83.61 on this candle, and then here at 83.56. Kind of got shaken out. Wasn't sure if it was going to keep going down, and then it just resumed upwards, and it actually made it right through 84. So I got a second alert on it, but I was out by this time. But I was happy to take this trade and get out a couple of times. I mean, you always have to worry that it's going to just collapse right back down to where you bought it. It just, for me, it is more important for the psychology and the emotion of trading to make sure I take the profit. There's a part of me that said maybe I should have just taken half out here and let it run down a little bit to see if it could recover. I didn't do that, but nonetheless, not a bad trade though on something that looked kind of sleepy, to be honest with you, until it started popping up. And then the ADT is still in it. This was something, in fact, you know what? I think I'm going to get out of it right now. I just don't like it. I mean, just one second. I'm just going to see where I can get out. Bid 34, bid 34, bid 34. Okay, I'm out of the trade now. So it didn't make very much on it. But this was one that came to us because it was down. It was a potential reversal trade. Really just chopped around a lot. What interested me though on this one was the fact that it held this. This is the VWAP. Okay, if you're not familiar with the VWAP, the volume weight at price. Check it out on Investopedia or something like that, VWAP. It'll give you a good explanation for it. But you see how here it held it, here it held it. It popped up, here it held it, here it held it. So even though I was in here, I wanted to see. I didn't get out. I was going to get out if it broke down through this line, and even here, you see how it came back down. I held it, and then finally it popped up. It's very interesting to me how a lot of these trades are holding its VWAP. And Trade Ideas has a filter for this. It has a filter and an alert, and you check them out if you haven't seen them. They're not bad, and I think that I may have to create a little strategy that's based on the VWAP to see how well these stocks hold this thing, and if it can pop from them. But again, not a great trade, but certainly something that that I would do again, and especially on a pattern like this, especially and again over the whole number too. So had a good stop point and everything. Now, my last one, I just have to. This is my baby. I'm very proud of it right now. MGNX. You probably guys are sick of me talking about it. I've been talking about it since last April. It's almost a year of held this, but it looks like now it is finally really starting to get some steam. Here is the daily on it. In fact, the weekly probably going to show it a little bit better. You can see how it was just popping around this area. I think this is getting close to an all-time high. I believe 41 something is an all-time high in this. So we'll have to see what happens. I think if it gets over 40, we could have a run in this. Again, horribly biased. I'm in at 26. Been holding for, originally I was in around 20, $21. I sold a bunch, and then I bought back at 26. So this is pretty exciting for me because I have a few shares, and could make a difference if it gets up to 100. Let me tell you. All right, that's it. Let me just bring up here we go. Here's the cover page again. Here's how to get into the room, and I hope to see you in the trading room tomorrow.